Welcome to another episode of Toya Talks Wrestling. Today's episode, we're going to talk about Smackdown, October 11th, 2024. Normally, I would have this video out on Saturday or Sunday, but Friday night, I got sick. Saturday night, I was still sick. Sunday, I was feeling a little bit better as I was recuperating, and so this is why you're getting this video today, Monday, because I was sick. And the video you're watching me play is Detroit Human. I don't know if I'm going to actually play this game and put it out for you guys. I might just use this as material for me talking about wrestling while you listening to me ramble. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But I got a few things I would like to talk about with Smackdown, so allow me to do so. So one of the things I like to talk about was there was a match between Naomi versus Nia Jax, not for the title, obviously. At ringside by the announce table, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dominic Mysterio were there because, as you know, or may not know, that Liv and Nia Jax have a match at Crown Jewel. I did explain a little bit about that at my Bad Blood result show with Tim, but if you need me to explain a little bit more, I will right now. There's going to be a match between champion versus champion, male champions versus, male versus male champions on Raw, SmackDown, and women's champions between Raw and SmackDown for a Crown Jewel title. So I think they were there to see, Nia Jax wrestle Naomi. Let's go ahead and fast forward towards the end of the match, where Naomi gets thrown out by Nia Jax out on the outside ring, and then Nia Jax is distracting the referee. As this is happening, Tiffany Stratton was about to hit Naomi with the Money in the Bank briefcase, but then Raquel Rodriguez kind of took the briefcase away from Tiffany before she can hit Naomi, got in Tiffany's face. Naomi goes back into the ring, and there's Nia Jax pretty much just attacked her and splat her or whatever she did, and Nia Jax is about to go up top. Well, she does go on top, and she's sitting on the top rope about to do something. Here comes Raquel on the apron distracting the ref. As she's distracting the ref, Liv Morgan hits Nia Jax with the briefcase, which lets Naomi, slam her down onto the mat and pins her for the 1-2-3 pin. So Naomi wins, and Liv and Raquel and Dominic, they're laughing on their way out of the arena as they're going up the ramp. And they're like halfway there, Rhea Ripley's music hits, and here comes Rhea Ripley, and Dom and Liv, they run towards the ring, and Raquel and Rhea Ripley pretty much fought out on top of the stage, and then Rhea Ripley ends up throwing Raquel out the way and then running towards the ring. And as Liv's going towards the ring, you got Nia there, and Nia Jax was about to do something to Liv Morgan, but Rhea Ripley pretty much knocked Nia out the ring, and she got a little bit of piece of Liv, and she got a little bit of piece of Dom, but eventually Raquel Rodriguez came to the ring and kind of just pulled Liv out of the ring, and they walked up the ramp and everything else, and Rhea Ripley's music played, and she was pissed and all this other stuff. By the way, this was all on SmackDown, not Raw. So I don't know. Yeah. So like I said before, on Bad Blood result show, I will not be surprised if we don't see Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley at Crown Jewel. Let's move on to another thing I would like to discuss, which is Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy Uso, as you know, made his return back to the WWE at Bad Blood during the tag team match with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. So Jimmy Uso comes out by himself. He's talking to the crowd. He's telling, the crowd's like happy to see him. He's saying he's happy to see the crowd. He said it's been like 6 or 7 months since he's been gone and everything else. But he's good to be back. And he said that he needed to beat up his little brother Solo. So they have a match later on tonight. And so he talks about what he's gonna do to his brother later on tonight. And then Roman Reigns' music hits, and Roman Reigns comes out, and he gets a mic. He asks for the mic from Jimmy. Jimmy hands them the mic, and he tells the crowd that basically it's time to acknowledge. We're going to acknowledge him, and him being Jimmy. So everyone's acknowledging Jimmy and stuff like that. And then, he starts talking about, how Jimmy has a match with Solo for a little bit. And then he starts talking about how, they were on top, basically. They had all the belts. They had so much money. Roman Reigns was like, Jimmy, you remember when you came to me worrying about buying a house? I said, we had so much money. You can buy all the houses. You can buy any house you want. You can buy as many houses that you want. We used to have it all. He goes, but right now, I don't like where we're at right now. We don't have belts. We don't have the money. We don't have the stuff that we used to have. I don't have the Eufaula. But either way, I am still the OTC. I'm still the tribal chief. And we're still the ones. And both of one's up in the air. And Jimmy's like, but we're not, though. And the crowd was shouting, yes you are, yes you are, yes you are. And Jimmy's like, but we're not. He's basically told Roman Reigns, you're a chief without a tribe. And we need help. We can't do this by ourselves, we need help. And he's like, I know a guy. I know someone that we can call. The crowd was chanting, yeet, yeet, yeet. And Roman Reigns had this look of hell no on his face. And basically told Jimmy, no yeet. And Jimmy was Jimmy had that look of his face oh, come on, seriously, are you serious right now? He's look. He was look, to me, you'll always be the tribal chief. But right now, I'm the only one in the family that acknowledges you. Think about it. Right? They play the music for Jimmy. He leaves the ring. Basically, Roman Reigns is contemplating, thinking about things and stuff like that. He looks back at at Roman Reigns as he's going up the ramp, a little bit disappointed. We need help. We need help. We can't do this by ourselves. Right? It's 2 against 4. It's not going to work. Right? And they ended with that. So later on, Jimmy runs into Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes pretty much thanks Jimmy for Saturday. Jimmy's consider it a one-time favor. Pretty much gave him props for being a good champion, and that was pretty much it for that. So later on, they had a match between Jimmy versus Solo. Jimmy did the best he could, considering that the whole bloodline was out there pretty much distracting him. Let's just go ahead and fast forward to what happened. Jimmy Uso, Solo on the mat, about to do the Uso splash, Tama-Tonga, or was it Tonga logo? I think it was Tama-Tonga. Went up to the apron to distract the ref. As he distracted the ref, Jacob Fatu pretty much pushed Jimmy Uso off the top rope and allowed Solo Sikoa to do the spike and get the pin. And after the pin, obviously, here comes Bloodline beating the crap out of Jimmy Uso. So Roman Reigns comes out and he tries to save Jimmy, but then he got his ass whooped as well, and ended up with the bloodline, going up, leaving the ring, going up the ramp, leaving basically Jimmy and Roman Reigns beaten, where Jimmy's barely getting up and everything else, and he looks at Roman and says, "We need help. We can't do this by ourselves. We need help. We need help." But basically Roman Reigns is like, I think he's being stubborn. I would not be surprised if maybe we see Jimmy on Raw. Maybe not today's Raw, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, but on Raw, trying to convince Jay to like try to help him, even if it was against Roman's wishes, because even like I forgot to mention, like Jimmy was telling like Roman, like, I came back because you needed me. You didn't ask for my help, but I know you needed me. So I won't be surprised if Jimmy doesn't go to Jay and says, "Hey, look, Roman needs you," right? He ain't gonna admit that he's gonna need you and all this other stuff and everything else like that. And I can see like Jay saying no, right? Because he has every right to say no, right? Because look what Roman did to Jay. So he has every right to say no, right? And I can see maybe like later they can see each other, like Roman and Jay will see each other, like at Crown Jewel behind backstage or something like that, and everything else and all this other stuff. I would not be surprised if they have War Games and Jimmy is like the fourth person to go and help Roman Reigns. I would not be surprised if that happens. Now we have 7 weeks. To me, 7 weeks ain't a long time to get all this going, but I guess if you do it both on Raw and Smackdown and stuff, maybe it can work out. But like for right now, it's very on the edge. It's very like right there. It's like I don't know if it's gonna work out or not. But this is WWE, and they have surprised me before, so we'll see. But like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure. The last thing that I would like to discuss is about Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. So there was supposed to be a match. Well, there was a match, but there was supposed to be a match between the women's tag team champions for their titles against some tag team from NXT. I don't know why these NXT women are getting tag team titles shot. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Anyways, as they were going into the ring, Kevin Owens, he comes into the ring. Now, Kevin Owens was not allowed to be in the arena because he got suspended and fined for what he did at that blood to Cody Rhodes. As he was telling, he's like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not, I got fined and suspended and everything else. He was talking about how, like, he had to attack Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes, pretty much betrayed him and, backstabbed him and stuff like that. As he was talking, his mic gets cut off. So he goes outside the ring towards the announce table and he grabs, I think Corey Graves' headset, and pretty much was talking, saying that Cody Rhodes betrayed him and it's Cody Rhodes' fault and everything else. As he's talking, Cody Rhodes is coming out. And as Cody Rhodes is coming out, there's like a bunch of security trying to stop Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes like had on a suit, takes off the suit jacket, and he was about to go in there, and they try to stop Cody Rhodes, like the security guards. And the security guards goes into the ring with Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens goes back into the ring, says, telling, Cody Rhodes, like, come on. And so there's security in the ring, and there's security around Cody Rhodes, and here comes Randy Orton. Randy Orton is like talking to Cody Rhodes, like, calm down, I'm gonna talk to him, I'm gonna calm him down, right? He goes into the ring, he gets in like Kevin Owens' face, like, y'all, you need to calm down, you need to relax, you're going overboard and everything else. And Kevin Owens is pushed, like, not like deliberately pushing, but like, hey, let's move out the way, I'm trying to get after Cody. I don't got no problem with you, Randy. I have a problem with Cody Rhodes. So then, Kevin Owens pushed, Randy to the side. So now Randy's behind Kevin Owens. And, they're trying to stop Kevin Owens. And Randy Orton trying to turn Kevin Owens around to face him. As he's doing so, I guess Kevin Owens thought that maybe, I don't know if he did this, maybe he thought that it was security behind him. But he pretty much elbowed Randy Orton in the face. As he did so, Randy Orton got pissed. He went and turned around and hit Kevin Owens in the face, pretty much knocking him down on his keister. And Kevin Owens had this look on, like, I can't believe you just hit me. Like, are you like, I can't believe you just did this. Like, he's in shocked. Right? And Randy Orton had this look on his face like, man, I didn't really mean to hit you. I got caught up in the moment type of look, like, it was like, I didn't mean it. It's like, it was like an accident, but not an accident, you know what I mean? It's like, I didn't mean to hit you, but I hit you because it was a reflex sort of thing, I guess you could say, right? And Cody Rhodes is just standing in, like, on the ramp, still trying to get into the ring. And Kevin Owens leaves the ring and he's going towards the audience as he's leaving the arena, I guess, right? And Randy Orton is like, they're trying to get Randy Orton, the security guy trying to get Randy Orton out of the ring. Randy Orton has hands up like, I didn't mean it, and everything else, it was just like an accident, all this other stuff, right? So later on, you see Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Nick Aldis by Cody Rhodes' tour bus. And Nick Aldis is like, look, I need you to focus, get your mind off of Kevin Owens. I need you to focus on Gunther, because you have Gunther in, like, what, 3 or 4 weeks, something like that. And I need that title. I need that title here on Smackdown. Come on, Zoe, let's go. So he's like, and Randy Orton's like, yeah, you need to focus and everything else. Don't worry about Kevin. I'll deal with Kevin. I'll talk to Kevin. He goes, here, he hands him his title. It's like, you take this gold, go into your bus, and you just go and relax, whatever. So Cody Rhodes ends up going on his bus, and he ends up leaving. Nick Aldis was like, Randy Orton, the peacemaker or something like that, or the stable one, like whoever, right? And Randy Orton's like, right. And so then later on, you see Nick Aldis backstage running towards something, and he's like, we need security here now, because they needed security again because Kevin Owens attacks Randy Orton, basically saying, you're on Cody Rhodes' side now. That side, you're on the side. You pick Cody Rhodes' side. You're on Cody Rhodes' side, and basically kicks his ass, and he ends up walking away from Randy Orton. Randy Orton is laid out. My daughter did. So where does this leave us? Where are we at? Well, first of all, I'm already liking where the storyline is going, because I don't know where the storyline is going. First of all, the one thing I really like is that Cody Rhodes has nothing to do with the bloodline. So, yay for that. But it's like, where do we go? Where are we going from here, right? I have no idea. Here's the thing, right? It looks like as though Kevin Owens could turn heel because of what happened on Saturday. But here's the thing. What happened on Saturday was recorded on somebody's phone. It wasn't even, like, acknowledged on Smackdown. A little bit acknowledgement, but I mean, he got suspended and fined, but it wasn't acknowledged on Smackdown. So it's like, it wasn't a heel turn by Kevin Owens, or was Kevin Owens was just upset that his friend betrayed him, right? Which Kevin Owens has every right to. Now, if Kevin Owens turns heel and this was a heel turn that he was gonna take and everything else, I'm fine with this, right? Because, like I said a couple of weeks back, Kevin Owens has every right to be mad at Cody Rhodes for teaming up with Roman Reigns, with everything that Roman Reigns did to Kevin Owens and Randy and Cody Rhodes himself. So every right? But I can also see now Randy Orton turning heel. I mean, Randy Orton can turn heel, and then you can either turn heel on Cody Rhodes. He can turn heel on both these guys and be like, you know what, I'm tired of both of you guys. I see him turning on Cody Rhodes, saying, well, you know what, Cody Rhodes, if you hadn't, teamed up with Roman Reigns, this probably would have happened. But you know what, Kevin Owens, you attacked me for no reason, right? I mean, there was a reason, but there was no reason because you didn't let me explain because you're just being hot-headed. But I love this story. I love this kind of thing. This is the one thing that I truly love about wrestling, especially in WWE, and especially stories like this, because it gets the mind going, because you can go to so many places and so many areas. It's like a fork in the road, and there are like paths that you can go to, right? And everything else. And I love that. This is like, don't get me wrong, I always like to see a good match between two wrestlers and stuff like that, but the storyline, it's what brings things together. It's what makes things so much better. And I don't know where they're going with this. I'm curious to find out what happens. I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see Cody Rhodes and the actual storyline, and I think it's going to be fantastic, and it's about damn time. It is about damn time. Because, I like Cody Rhodes. I really do. And I really want this championship run to be great. And if this is going to be the storyline, and it gets him away from the bloodline for just a little bit, I'm all for it. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with this. Between these three gentlemen. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I guess I will see you guys tomorrow for After Raw. If there's anything to talk about on Raw, we'll find out tonight, I guess. But until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you watch this. Okay, bye.